Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our elephants training call this evening. Glad you could make it. And yeah, we here for some exciting news. Now, remember last week I asked you about 75, and do you remember the significance of 75? And that is statistically, when you've got 75 people who join your business, you'll find 10 that actually build the business, that actually do some work. So this 75 is all about networking and building your business. Now, in the poll last week, I asked you what would you like the new booster to be? And 30, there were 30 votes for 20 plus 20. So then what happened was we put that forward to the company. And just, I think it was yesterday that they then decided, okay, but hang on, this 20 plus 20 thing is great. Yes, it's working, but they want to do something special. Now, the problem with doing something special is that the software isn't ready. So the software guys are working overtime to get that ready, and we will have something really special for you. Um, it it won't be a booster. That's what I can tell you. But it will be something that really helps you to build your business. It will be called the Crocodile. Now, the Crocodile is a name that we've come up with actually in NWP, and it was something that was like a leadership sort of thing. And because it was suggested that crocodile is used for leadership, the the new promotion will be the crocodile promotion and not just a leadership incentive thing. So, but the idea of keeping the name crocodile is because the crocodile promotion, you could say it's not a booster, it's a promotion, and that will be specifically focused on helping you to build your team. Now, the main thing is, and you know, we still will get the tablet promotion, and that is there's the value of the tablet. So it's 6,000 Rand. Sometimes it's more, but I found it for 6,000 Rand. And that's about $365. That's the value of the prize that you're going to get. Now, what do you need to do that? You need to have 75 promotions in your left leg and 75 promotions in your right leg. And then you get the tablet. Now, obviously, the only people that are excluded from this are ones that have already received a promotion, a tablet promotion previously. But most of you haven't, so you would all be included in this. I don't see anyone on this call that's actually received the tablet promotion previously, unless I'm missing someone here. So sorry if I am missing someone. Right, so let's just talk about spillover and how you activate this promotion to your advantage. Remember that spillover comes from your sponsor and from the team above you. So when you've got spillover, it always counts, and it will always count in this promotion, and it will always count in NWP. Promotions are only slightly different from the actual business of the company. It's just there to help you, so it doesn't deviate too much from what you're already doing. It's just there to actually complement what you're already doing. So when you look at your team and you're looking at the new promotion, so step one, in anything, always look at your leg, the leg you building, not your spillover leg. When you then look at the person deepest in that leg, and there's a very important reason why you look for the deepest person, because you're going to contact the person that's deepest in your leg and find out if he's interested in going for the tablet promotion, because that's what the crocodile is all about. It's the tablet promotion. So once you've spoken to him and he says, yes, I'm going to do that, what are you going to do for him, and what does he have to do? Well, firstly, you're going to commit to building 75 people in his leg, because this is, it's your leg. Spillover is building and your sponsor's building that 75 for you in this leg. You are telling this person that you're going to build 75 crocodile promotions for him in this leg, and he is going to build that leg. So what you're asking him to do is exactly what you and your sponsor are doing in your leg, and you are just duplicating that in that step. Now, if there's anyone that's unsure about this, please just put up your hand and we can stop and ask questions and answer your questions. Is everyone clear about how you activate your anything in this business using spillover, so that the effort is not just your effort, it's the effort of you and your team? Is that clear to everyone? Right. So if I don't see any comments or anything like that, then it would appear clear. So let's move on. The next thing you do is you focus on the 75-day crocodile challenge, and we'll look at that in a moment. The reason why that we go for 75 days, because of this promotion, and apparently it's like really special, and there will be a limited number. Limited number is relative. It's not, you don't have to worry. There's not only 10 promotions, there's many promotions. It's just that if you look at this, at the scale of this and how quickly it can scale, don't drag your heels, because then you potentially could miss out. Work your best, do your best, and there will be sufficient numbers for you. If you're going to think that it's going to last forever, it's not going to last forever. This promotion typically would last until about the end of May. That would be the latest that this runs for. But I would say if everyone does what, if the promotion's really nice and it moves quickly, you could find that the promotion is over by the end of March, April, and you've got all the numbers that you need. So once you've spoken to that person, that this one at the bottom here that you're going to be working with, then you go and speak to the guys up from him, okay? Because you've spoken to the deepest, you've committed already to this guy to say, you're going to build 75 in this leg, and he's going to build 75 in this leg. Now you go up to these people who are closer to you, not so deep in the leg as the guy who you got the commitment from, and you can ask them for the same commitment. So you'll see here what's actually happening is you are working then for this guy for 75, and when this guy gets his 75, this guy will get 75 in this leg, and that guy will get 75 in this leg, and everyone will benefit. You all see the benefit of building the business as a team, because you're only doing half the work. Instead of otherwise you would have had to do 150, and that means 75 in each leg. Here, all you're asking for the person is build the inside leg, the non-team leg. You put 75 in. So in other words, he would do that with his people, and he would find, as he grows and gets people in. Remember that if you're looking for 75 people, potentially every 7 people, you're going to find a builder. So it's going to happen the same for everyone else. They're going to get a builder, and they can then start their promotion as well. Right. And then once you've got all this done in this leg, then you go and check and see what's happening and how the sponsor and the rest of the team are doing in your right-hand leg there. So that's effectively what you're going to do, and this is how the promotion works. So we're not sure about exactly when this will launch, because the problem is now, because we put the proposal forward and we thought it was going to be a simple booster. It's no longer a booster. It's something special, and the software guys have to do the special as they propose to them. So there'll be a little bit of a delay. I don't know if it's going to be ready on Friday, but we will let you know as soon as it does start. So, but it will be worth your wait. That I can assure you. I've been told that it will be worth waiting for. So don't stress. Know that it is better than the 20 plus 20. So I don't know what that looks like. I've just been told that it's better than the 20 plus 20, but we just need to wait for the software to be there. Right. So this is our original team idea. Okay. And this would be your qualifier. We don't know about the extra achievements. In the past, there's been holidays and those type of things. You're looking for a case of when you are a 75 plus 75, you're a 10 o'clock. The reason why it was 10 o'clock was typically when you've got 75 in the left and 75 in the right, you're earning approximately $10 a week. So that's where the 10 o'clock comes from. Then to move to the next level, you've got one guy who qualifies for a tablet in your left leg, one in your right, and so on until you've got the total, the most awesome, biggest crocodile in the world, and that's the saltwater. And that's 8 qualifiers in each leg. When it doesn't sound always easy at the start, but believe me, the numbers will speak for themselves. You will see team growth like you've never seen before. So it's 75 that you're looking for. And when you've got those, remember, you're looking for 75 people. And when you've found 75, you've got 10 people that build. You only need 8 of them in each leg to go crocodile, and you're saltwater. So it's that simple. Once you got the right people, they build and you will achieve. And I mean, I didn't even go into how much you're going to earn. You can just imagine if you're going to earn $10 a week when you've only got 75 on each side, you can imagine what you're going to earn when you've got 8 crocodiles or qualifiers on each side of your business. It goes without saying. And it's simple, it's affordable, and that's the whole thing. So this is typically what would happen and how you would get there. This is the slow route. If it was starting this Friday, which we do hope it's going to start this Friday, but there might be a slight delay because of the software, and you would achieve your Nile, which is the 4 qualifiers in each leg, and you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the saltwater level. So that's the crocodile. As much information as I've got at the moment, and the 75-day challenge. It's pretty simple. It's just follow the basics. So the first 25 days, plant as many seeds as you possibly can. Talk to everyone. Remember, as we spoke last week, this is affordable. This is not something that they have to think about. This is easy. It's $20, and they will get a super advantage for their $20 or whatever the promotion is. Then in the next thing, you just keep on following on. Now, it always seems difficult at the start. You'll get momentum at around about 26 days. That's when you start to see the thing. And by day 51, it's a habit, and you've got crocodiles coming out of your ears, literally. So that's it. Invite as many people as you can. Remember, the whole idea of the promotion is to get people to understand what NWP is doing and let them experience it for themselves. Remember, the investment levels are 10,000, 50,000. Those are the investors. These guys that, start with the $10 or the $20 or whatever they start with, those are just people testing the waters. So let them be a crocodile. Let them test the water. Crocodiles are patient. They'll wait forever until they'll lay there in the mud, waiting for the right target to come along. And when the target comes along, they pounce and they get their reward. And that's what this is all about. NWP, we've seen it. It's the consistency. It's about allowing other people to experience that consistency for themselves. And that's the whole thing about this. So my question is to you, will you survive the 75? Can you do it? are you ready for the crocodile challenge? I'm going to stop the sharing now and let's have your questions. If you, I know that Zoom has upgraded, so you might find that your microphone is muted. If you would like to ask a question, put up your hand. If you can't unmute, and I will unmute for you. What do you all think? What is your reaction?
Hi, Reg, I've got a question.
Yes, Blanche.
Okay. So within my team build that I've got, I've already started getting the people to do it so far their registration, so they are in the system.
Perfect.
But they haven't funded to do anything yet.
Okay.
So when the crocodile starts and we start funding them, they will count for it. Hey?
Yes, they will. Definitely, yes. Yeah.
Only all new.
Well, it's new or people that haven't got a booster already. So the booster, although there won't be any more boosters, um, the the same sort of criteria will exist. So if you want to take the promotion, you can't have any previous boosters. So anyone that's joined and they might have joined 6 months ago and they didn't take a booster, they will be entitled to the new promotion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all of those people that you've got just in your team, they registered themselves a position because that was the good thing to do, and it's always a great thing to do when there's a binary. So they got that position, they didn't do anything with it. Now's their chance to do something with it, and they will automatically, once they've taken the promotion, you will qualify using those old people as well.
I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
How would I see if somebody did take a booster or not?
It's difficult because it only will give you the number of boosters in your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll only show some of the recent ones. It won't show the very old boosters if you've got people. But it's worthwhile contacting them because the thing is, they might sort of have forgotten about NWP now. I had a guy on the weekend. He took a booster when it started, and we've only just found out he had $60 in his account that he hadn't withdrawn yet.
I
And
had one of those as well.
and then we could because he said he saw the post, and he said, "Oh, that's great growth. Everyone else is getting great growth. I've seen no growth." And I go, "What do you mean?" And we had a look at his back office, and sure enough, there was $62 lying there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Solomon.
Well done, sir. Yeah, my question goes like this. What about the people that have already gotten the booster? Are they going to count
They won't
of
count,
number?
they won't count for your numbers, your 75, but of course they've experienced the company. They can go for the promotion themselves and get a tablet.
Okay.
Because I mean, this person's in your team, right? So you're going to be building underneath that guy, and he can just take advantage of the momentum that you've created and go and build his inside leg and get his 75 people.
That is 75 left, 75 right.
That's right. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll be affordable, so it will happen very quickly.
Okay. Yep.
Thanks, Solomon.
So after the tablet, is there anything?
Well, in previous ones there was a tablet. That's the first level. So we haven't. It hasn't been announced yet, but we know in previous promotions there was the first level that when you qualify, let's say 75, you got a tablet. The next level that you qualified for, you got a holiday, and that was the previous promotions. This promotion, we do expect some other things to be announced by the company. So it's always to your advantage to build as big as possible, because there could be a trip to Turkey or something like that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Any comments? Remember, this is our team call, so this is leaders. Anything you want to know, ask. Doesn't have to necessarily be about the new promotion. If there's anything else, who experienced, just as a matter of interest, who experienced the slow Polygon network over the last weekend?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So I went and did some research. You can the BNB option. Okay. Polygon is busy upgrading their system as well. They've, Polygon's not quite a big ecosystem. The Revolut and Stripe, that's the big American payment system, that both use Polygon as their backbone. So, it's not like the Polygon network's failing. It's just that the Polygon network they're busy upgrading it and doing a couple of things. And obviously there's a lot more people using Polygon. Okay. And as Uber's saying here, but Polygon gas fees have been more expensive from time to time during the past weeks. Yes, they have been more expensive. But remember, when you talk about expensive here, we're talking about a 2 or 3 cents more expensive than what it used to be. So you might have found that when the network is very slow, you're probably paying 1 cent. When the network is busy, you might pay 2 or 3 cents. But the same thing will happen on the BNB network. And the BNB network, the other option to make your withdrawals is, and obviously, if you're making a withdrawal straight to an exchange, BNB will be your route, because things like Valar and your many exchanges, including the crypto credit cards and those sort of things, many of them accept BNB, whereas they don't accept Polygon. But if you're just using it as a transfer wallet, Polygon will always be your cheapest option. So that's the thing to keep in mind. Don't just go and throw Polygon away thinking that BNB is going to be quicker. It will be more expensive. That's the only thing that you need to remember if you are going the BNB route. Now, again, you might pay 1 cent on the Polygon network, you might pay 2 cents on the BNB network. So yes, expensive. Well, not really. I mean, what's 1 cent type of thing, So it's just a slight bit more expensive on the BNB route. So just keep that in mind. Right. Anything else? Any other questions? Anything you'd like to know? I will keep you updated and let you know as soon as I know anything about when the software will be ready, so that we can get going on this promotion. And then potentially I'll call a special Zoom so that I can let you know all the details of the new promotion. Okay. Good. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't have all the news for you, but as you can see, we put through the 2020. It seemed like we were going 2020, and then the company said, no, we're going to do something a little bit better for you. And I don't have the details of that at the moment, so let's see what happens. Mashant, please ask your question. Just raise your hand or send me, then we can unmute you and you can ask your question.
There you go.
Hi, Mashant.
Thanks, Rich. How are you doing?
Good as yourself.
Good. Rich, I've got a guy in my team. He's got now in his portfolio, he's got 3 different, how do you call it, like options that he bought different amounts of.
Okay.
And obviously it gives him the option now to merge the three options. Is there any benefit of merging the three, or does he just keep it as the three separate?
Look, the main benefit of merging is a lot of people want to know how much they've got in their portfolios. And, you can do a manual calculation, or if you merge, it will simply show you what you've got in total. The main reason why merge is there, it's for the higher profiles. So when you've got the $10,000 and you put in a new, let's say you put your profit of $200 for the week in from your $10,000, that new 200 will go into a standard foundation portfolio. And you obviously want it to be in your growth portfolio. And that's the reason why merge is there. Because when you merge it, and you can only do the merge from a Monday to Friday. So if you did if you took your profits on a Saturday, for instance, you'd have to go back on a Monday, merge your profile so that you can make sure that your 10,000 and your new profit is all together in one portfolio. Okay. That's the reason why the merge is there.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
And then can I just ask a question on that first picture that you showed about the spillovers? So, for example, in my left leg, I get all my spillovers. I don't get anything in my right leg. So, must I then go to the person down on the right leg and have a discussion with that person?
Yes. Yeah. So if your team is opposite to this, so in other words, in your case, your sponsor's on your right, not on your left. So because they're on your right, they'll be building your left leg. So then you would go and speak to the people on your right-hand side. So it's whichever is your inner team, your non-spillover team. That's the one you concentrate on first, because potentially your sponsor will be doing what they need to do and building the leg on your other side. And then, the people that are already in your leg would also be building. So you look at in the leg that you build, or if you've got an existing team, well, then you go to, if this was your existing team, for instance, then you go and speak to this guy, and you go speak to the deepest person on both of your legs. Okay. Even though, and then let's say this person, okay, you would check with your sponsor and say, well, this is not one of my referrals. So are you speaking to that person? So you would go to your sponsor and say, this person that's in my team, I don't know who they are, because they're not my referral. So you would speak to your sponsor and find out, have they spoken to this person, or has their sponsor spoken to that person?
Yeah.
And then it's your sponsor's duty to make sure that person is spoken to, because you're going to be speaking to the people who you referred.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Although it's a team effort, we're always looking after the people we referred. So whether if you've got referrals on both your sides, then you will be speaking to both of your sides.
Yeah. And I do have. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do have. That's right. Yeah. So thanks for that. It's probably something that I just overlooked there, or assuming that everyone sort of knew. But in the case where you have got team already, you would speak to all the people that you have referred.
Okay. Cool. Makes sense. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Blanche.
Reg, isn't there a way that they can maybe add a function to the back office where we can get maybe contact details for the people within our team?
No.
If it's people that's not referred from us.
No, unfortunately, you see that the thing is, the problem is the cross lining. Okay. And when yours referrals get details, what we find is that those people, then, unfortunately, people are looking for themselves. They don't look out for the team, and then they'll contact your people for other businesses, not for your business, and that's the reason why details like that aren't shared. So you need to speak to the people in your business to find out, or if you really got a problem, then speak to me, and as a founder, I can find that information, and we can then speak to the person together.
Okay.
Okay.
That will work. There's a lot of them were Stefan's people, and I don't know all of them.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Good. Pleasure, Blanche. Any other questions? Anything anyone would like to know? Who thinks that they'll be able to build their 75?
Me.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And Yova. And Yuan.
And I see George has put his hand up there. Johan's put his hand up. There's only 3 of you, 4 of you. Looks like it. Okay. All right. Johan, yes. Let me find you so that we can unmute you there. There we go.
Rich, how are you?
Yes, Johan.
Okay. I just want to figure out something. What is the best? Because is it good or is it not right for you to use your link and to place people on one side, and then because to benefit from those three levels, your first 3 levels on the binary, and then I mean if they use your link, it's your direct, you're going to receive that 50% anyways from them.
Yes.
What will be the best to?
Okay. So firstly, Johan, there isn't only 3 levels on the binary. The only those 3 levels that you're thinking of is the matching bonus. But the binary, there's no levels. It's infinite levels deep. You can have as many people in your business, and you will earn on your lesser leg, even if you've got hundreds of levels. It doesn't matter. Okay. The matching bonus is what's paid on the 3 levels. So you get paid on your first level referrals, their referrals, and the referrals of those referrals. And you can have as many referrals as you want. And your referrals can be as deep as you want. If they are your referral, they're on your level 1. Their referrals are on level 2, and the referrals of that are on level 3. That's the only place where there's a level type of thing, but the binary is infinite. So when you bring in people, every referral you will benefit from the referral bonus, and if they're in your smaller leg, you'll get the binary on them as well. So effectively, you're getting 30% on your referrals if they're in the smaller leg.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
now, I think I figured it out. What Blanche was leading to there is to get the referral link of those people that you do not have the contacts from. If you look at the number, everyone has got a number.
Yes.
And you can just even compare it with your own referral link, and you just need to change left and right.
That's correct.
You
yes.
can basically place people in and fill it up that way.
Okay, so right now, maybe this is something we need to talk about, because let me just get us a whiteboard. Okay, now when you talk about, and I know many of our businesses we were previously in, we had, these things where we had to fill up these matrices. Remember that in NWP, you don't have to fill up a matrix. So what happens is, let me just get the pen going. There's you, okay? And when you put your referrals in, they're going to go in, whoever was first going to be your first referral, the second, third referral in the leg. These are your referrals. Now, when you've got this person and he's your referral, he hasn't got any people on the right-hand side, you don't have to worry about him. If he doesn't want to introduce other people, it's his business. You don't have to get involved there. So we don't have to worry about putting people in these positions for other people. If they are there, okay, then they just stay there. They will be in your business forever. They'll be in that position. When they do something, well, then they do something. If they don't do anything, many of us have businesses where the business simply looks like this, and we've got people and people and people, and down here somewhere, now there's a guy who's actually started to build the business, and he builds a big business. But these people, they're there. We don't have to worry about them. But they've got, if you look at Pity here, this guy, okay, now suddenly he's already got a left leg. So when he decides to start building the business, all he has to do is build his right leg, because this business on the left here is so big, or on his right, whichever side it is, okay, he doesn't have to worry. He just builds his business and he carries on. And for all his effort here, he'll get his binary, just like everyone else will get their binary. So we don't have to worry about filling up positions. Just get, speak to the people if you can. If you don't know them, work with the people you've referred. And, that's the simplest way to do it, because you have the relationship with that person already. So I hope that helps a bit to just, don't worry about filling the matrix. Just let it go and build deep. Because when you've got people like this, where you've got momentum, depth, when this guy looks, he'll see, the business has just grown on his one side. And what can he do now to earn? Well, when he starts referring people into his personal leg, not the team leg, he's going to then start earning the binary. And that's everyone's advantage. And that's why it's a good idea for people, whether they're going to put in money or not, to get themselves a place in the binary, because you never know when you need it. And, if you suddenly come back 6 months later and there's a big business in your leg, well, that's to your advantage. You can just carry on and build your business on the small leg. Okay, so I hope that helps a bit. I know that we often think about filling and making the businesses look nice and pretty, but believe me, most of our businesses look like an absolute mess. We still earn money. That's all we have to worry about. We don't have to have the structure looking perfect as if it came out of a textbook. It's not necessary at all. Okay, good. Anything else anyone would like to say? Again, my apologies for not being able to give you fantastic news tonight, but I think that what is coming and the surprise we're going to get will be worth the wait. And that's what I've been told. So let's wait a few more days, or hopefully not too many days, and we can get going on the new promotion. So thank you. Build your business in the meantime. Speak to your people. There's something great coming. And I mean, if you don't know what to tell them, well, just tell them there's a 20+20 booster. It'll be better than that, but that's what's That's what we know was available, and that's what we thought we were getting. So if you want to speak to people, tell them about the 20+20 booster, get them interested in that. And when we finally know what it actually is, we can then hit them with the good news. Well, everyone, thank you for your time. Thanks for joining me again this evening. As I say, as soon as I know what the details are, I'll call a Zoom and we can give you all the details of that, whenever that is. And I will definitely record it as well. So if you can't make that meeting, we'll make that recording available. Thank you. Good night, and God bless.